The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the All-Star Wrestling Women's World Championship.
Tonight, can the hardest working woman in AEW, Candice LeRae, realize her long dream of becoming the AEW Women's Champion when she goes one-on-one with the reigning, defending AEW Women's Champion Sasha Banks? And Candice LeRae, she has earned this opportunity, winning a fatal four-way match against Naomi, Dakota Kai, and Zelina Vega to go on to a triple threat match and defeat Britt Baker and Becky Lynch for this opportunity. This match was supposed to go down at NXT AEW Starting Point, but she was taken out by Tessa Blanchard and replaced. Tonight, she gets her shot at the boss, arguably the greatest female professional wrestler in all of sports entertainment. Some say you can make the argument the best professional wrestler, regardless of gender, the boss, Sasha Banks. And of course, Sasha Banks, representing for Bullet Club. And can Bullet Club do another clean sweep like they did at Starting Point? Sasha Banks is the only champion in AEW to successfully defend her title, and she's looking to add to that history here tonight with a second title defense.
And introducing the champion from Boston, Massachusetts, she's the Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks, the first woman drafted overall on either brand, AEW or NXT, in the first ever GM Wars draft. Would win the very first AEW Dynamite main event, defeating Britt Baker for the AEW Women's title. She would go on to successfully defend that title against Tessa Blanchard at the Cross Promotion pay-per-view Starting Point. And in doing so, Tessa Blanchard was banished from AEW. And Candice LeRae is looking to make good on her opportunity that she worked, scratched, and clawed her way for. And she has put in the pressure on Sasha Banks early. I don't think Sasha Banks expected this from Candice LeRae. Russian leg sweep from the boss. Nasty kick when Candice LeRae was trying to get up. Sasha Banks is ruthless. A second Russian leg sweep. Kick to the spine. Now Sasha Banks just stomping on Candice LeRae's chest. Snap suplex from the boss. And a nice arm hip toss. Arm drag, Candice LeRae hanging Sasha Banks up on the ropes. And a code red from Candice LeRae. She must have watched Sting last night on Double or Nothing. Candice LeRae, she is working right now. She is in firm control. And will Candice LeRae be the one to stop the Bullet Club freight train? because they have been on a tear. And what does Candice LeRae have in mind? Oh my goodness! Top rope spinning Hurricane Rana. And you gotta give it up to Candice LeRae for that. That was amazing. And Sasha Banks, she had to get out of the ring and reevaluate things. She did not expect that. Candice LeRae making a highlight out of the boss at Full Gear right now. And is this a changing of the guard? This match is what happens when you have hard work against talent. Sometimes when you have talent, you might not work as hard, because everything comes easy to you. But for someone like Candice LeRae, she's had to fight for everything she's got. And she wants to prove that her hard work will overcome Sasha Banks' pure, raw athletic talent. Jawbreaker from Candice LeRae. And Candice LeRae hanging Sasha Banks up on the ropes. Candice LeRae is on fire here tonight at Full Gear. Oh my goodness, nice kick from Sasha Banks. I was just about to say, first the Young Bucks and the Revival with an amazingly good match, and now the women are putting on the same. That move from Candice LeRae was insane, that top rope Hurricane Rana. Yikes. Sasha Banks with another snap suplex. And the boss, she is starting to get frustrated. She did not expect Candice LeRae to put up this much of a fight. But Candice LeRae has come to play. And she's doing more than putting up a fight. She is taking the fight to Sasha Banks in a way that Sasha Banks has not had the fight taken to her since she has been in AEW 2K. Candice LeRae understands she cannot win the title outside, throws Sasha Banks back into the ring. And now, it's Candice LeRae with the Russian leg sweep. And Sasha Banks using the ropes to fight her way back up. Candice LeRae is on fire. Hurricane Rana. And are we going to be looking at a new women's champion? It's sure looking like that. Candice LeRae. Very frustrated after she feels she was robbed out of her opportunity at Starting Point because of Tessa Blanchard. She is not going to let that happen again. And what is top rope spinning neck breaker from Candice LeRae? Is that it? Sasha Banks just barely kicking out, and Candice LeRae is fired up. And is this going to be it, folks? Candice LeRae is on a tear, hitting multiple clotheslines and a single leg drop kick. And now, a lion salt from Candice LeRae. And Sasha Banks once more kicking out at the last minute, showing heart. But Candice LeRae with the submission hold. Candice LeRae with the submission hold. Will Sasha Banks tap out? She is applying insane amount of pressure on Sasha Banks. I can't believe Sasha Banks showing the heart of a champion. All the pain she just went through. And Sasha Banks, if she had no respect for Candice LeRae before, she's going to have respect for her after tonight. Sasha Banks with a nice drop kick straight to the gut. Candice LeRae did not like that. She tried to roll to the outside to get some time to breathe. Sasha Banks bringing her right back in. It's going to take more than that. Sasha Banks was hoping it wouldn't. She has been taken to task here tonight. Sasha Banks, she's going for as many pins as she can. And she gets it. The boss. Just barely. Leaves AEW full gear with her title, but she knows she was in a fight. CANDICE LERAE brought the fight tonight to Sasha Banks. But the boss just barely able to escape with the AEW Women's Championship. As we look at the highlights. And this makes the second successful title defense for Sasha Banks. She can't believe it. She's relieved. She is exhausted. Candice LeRae put a beating on Sasha Banks here tonight, but Sasha Banks was able to withstand. As reported, Rhea Ripley's tag team partner Alexa Bliss, unable to compete here tonight. Out with the injury, we wish Alexa Bliss a speedy recovery. And can't wait to see her back in AEW 2K. But tonight, her friend Rhea Ripley has a huge opportunity to challenge the AEW/NXT cross-promotional women's tag team champions, Bayley and Dakota Kai. But she was put to task with finding a replacement on short notice to take on both of these amazing athletes. Rhea Ripley announced she was able to find someone to fill in for Alexa Bliss. And now, we find out who that person is. Are you kidding me? Toni Storm from NXT has arrived in AEW 2K. Toni Storm, one of the best female professional wrestlers in all of professional wrestling, regardless of any brand or promotion. And this is huge. Can her and Rhea Ripley, who have a storied past, be able to defeat Dakota Kai and Bayley, who have a wave of momentum coming into this matchup after main eventing the very first ever cross-promotional pay-per-view, defeating Asuka and defeating Io Shirai, the Kabuki Warriors, to become the first ever AEW NXT Tag Team Champions. And these ladies didn't want to wait for another cross-promotional event to defend their titles and to extend their records. But they do so tonight at a big risk, as we already saw Toni Storm making a shocking debut. We already seen one amazing tag team match tonight. And will we see another? Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley, the tag team champions, Dakota Kai and Bayley. Those titles guarantee you a spot on the cross-promotional NXT AEW card, so you definitely want to maintain those titles. Dakota Kai and Bayley having Asuka and Io Shirai on their record, that is huge. And they look to add Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley to that list as well. That will be quite the list of names to have on your record. Ever since losing to Candice LERAE in that fatal 4-way match, Dakota Kai has been on a tear since aligning with Bayley. Tried to go for a frog splash, but Rhea Ripley sticks the knees up just in time, and that has gotta hurt Dakota Kai. And a drop kick from Rhea Ripley. Just about to say Rhea Ripley is working over Dakota Kai, but now Dakota Kai put in on a wrestling clinic and a running knee to a sitting down Rhea Ripley. Dakota Kai is just vicious. And she tags in Big Sis, the veteran of the two. The veteran in this matchup, really, Bayley. And Bayley gets the tag to Toni Storm, and Toni Storm, welcome to AEW. Let's see what you got. You are in there with one of the best to ever do it in Bayley. Toni Storm, no slouch herself. Nice reversal into her arm drag. Elbow to the back of Bayley's head, followed up by a nice suplex. Toni Storm kicks straight to the face. Toni Storm is going for it. And Bayley in the submission, trying to work her way out. And she does. Nice crossbody by Bayley. Now the tag team champions back in control of this matchup. Bayley just tossing Toni Storm by her hair. Now Dakota Kai. Two of my favorite personally, Dakota Kai and Toni Storm. Going at it. It's a matchup I don't believe I recall seeing. Oh my goodness, coup de grace. Coup de grace from Dakota Kai to Toni Storm. Dakota Kai was definitely the MVP at starting point. She was working the Kabuki ropes. And Toni Storm with a stunner. Able to hit a stunner and get to her corner to tag in Rhea Ripley. Toni Storm definitely needed to make a tag. And Rhea Ripley throwing her weight around, showing off that strength. She is in the wrong corner, but Rhea Ripley is not one to be intimidated. Rhea Ripley rolls outside to get her composure. Should have took a little bit more time. Dakota Kai catches her trying to sit back into the ring. These women tag team champions. They are a well fine-tuned machine. Dakota Kai whipping Toni Storm into the corner. Oh my goodness, big boot. She charged that one up. Toni Storm able to kick out. Dakota Kai can't believe it. She ran across the ring with that big boot. That was nasty. Toni Storm catches the kick this time and reverses it into a nice German suplex. That was fire. Bayley with a nice drop kick to the knee. And will Bayley cut off the tag? She does. That was very smart on Bayley's part. I like to see things like that in these matchups. Toni Storm trying to get back to her corner. Bayley is not having it. Bayley throws her off the ropes, hits a drop kick, and that's textbook wrestling 101 right there. I like it. Tag team champions. Right when I say that, Toni hits the Toni bomb. Toni hit the Toni driver. Oh my goodness, Bayley. Bayley is showing out now. Is that enough to put Rhea Ripley away? It's not. Rhea Ripley does not want to lose this opportunity. Rhea Ripley, she wants that gold. And Bayley yanking Rhea Ripley by her head. Hair too short to grab her by her hair and swing her. Grabbed her by the face and just yanked her. Let's see what's Dakota Kai doing. Rhea Ripley not going for it, able to turn things around. And wait a minute. Rhea Ripley pulling a move out of Kenny Omega's playbook with a variation of the one-winged angel. And now, you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rhea Ripley showing off her amazing strength. She must have had Dakota Kai in the air for about 15 seconds there. I started the count very late. Nice. It's a crazy standing scissors kick right there. Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley definitely putting up a fight. They are trying to take those titles. It's been a wild back and forth matchup. This is anyone's ball game as Toni Storm snap suplexing Bayley into the corner. European uppercut. And now Toni Storm has Bayley in a fireman's carry into a Death Valley driver. Now Bayley able to reverse Toni Storm. Nice Hurricane Rana from Bayley. And she whipped Toni Storm all the way into her side of the ring. And Bayley trying to block Toni Storm from getting over to to Rhea Ripley. But she might have wanted to follow up on that. Gave Toni Storm a little bit of time to recover, in my opinion. But now the tag team champion with Toni Storm into her side of the ring. And what do they have in mind? It looks like, oh no! That's it! What happened? Toni Storm, that was a glitch. There was a glitch. Toni Storm got saved by a glitch. She got saved by a glitch. Because Dakota Kai and Bayley just hit the girls next door. And that would have been it. And it still is. The girls next door retain their titles here tonight at Full Gear as we look at the replay. Welcome to AEW Toni Storm. I know this is not the way you envision your first match in AEW going, but nonetheless, you put up a great match. But the AEW Women Tag Team Champions,
Here are your winners.
Toni,
And still, the
Bayley, and Dakota
WWE
Kai
Women's Tag
are still the
Team
champions. And they joined Sasha Banks as people who could say that they have successfully defended their titles. The Young Bucks have as well now, as a matter of fact. Can Moxley and Finn Balor do the same? So we have 2 matches to do.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Television Championship.
It's faction leader versus faction leader. As a leader of the cartel, Rey Mysterio looks to dethrone the AEW TNT champion and leader of the Bullet Club, Finn Balor. Rey Mysterio won the AEW TNT Cup tournament, first defeating Will Ospreay, then Shinsuke Nakamura, and then, in a triple threat match, defeating Walter and Kota Ibushi to earn this opportunity here tonight at Full Gear. Rey Mysterio, up until Sasha Banks just winning that matchup, was tied for the best record in all of AEW so far with 3-0. And he looks to get right back to that tie. But to do so, he has to defeat the first draft for AEW in the 2K GM Wars draft, Finn Balor. Finn Balor only took 1 loss in the very first AEW Dark, and that loss drove him to reform the Bullet Club. And since then, he's won the first ever 20-man battle royal, making him the first person to be entered into the G1 tournament. And also, what led to him defeating Scorpio Sky at starting point for the TNT title. Tonight, he looks to get his first title defense under his belt. Winning the title is one thing, holding on to it's a whole nother. At starting point, the Bullet Club had a clean sweep. And so far tonight, they have done the same. If Finn Balor can win tonight, the Bullet Club will be 2-0 at pay-per-views, clean sweeps. But to do so, he has to defeat the leader of the cartel. And as I mentioned, Rey Mysterio has beat a who's who of top contenders for this opportunity. This is going to be a good one, folks. Can Balor make it the second pay-per-view in a row? That is a Bullet Club pay-per-view. We're about to find out.
Introducing the challenger from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds,
Rey Mysterio, he's changed. Since starting the cartel, he dresses different. Look at the jewelry. Rey Mysterio didn't have to wear no jewelry during this matchup.
Weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the
so disrespectful. I think he's about to fight with his jacket on. Are you kidding me? Both men refuse to take off the drip. They're just gonna rock. Mysterio, Balor, Cartel, Bullet Club. Here we go. Rey Mysterio out the gate. Kick to the stomach and a powerbomb. As I've mentioned, Rey Mysterio, since starting the cartel, he's been impeccable. Putting away Ospreay, then Shinsuke Nakamura, which led to the decision in the Yakuza. With all the attention that the Bullet Club's been getting, Rey Mysterio wants to make a statement here tonight that the Bullet Club doesn't control all of professional wrestling like they like to think they do. DDT from Finn Balor. So two of the more known factions in AEW, of course, New Tokyo making a name for himself at the moment as well. And they made a huge statement here tonight when Tetsu Naito won that 20-man battle royal to become the second man enter into the G1 by way of the 20-man battle royal. Of course, John Moxley and Cody Rhodes were given passes into the G1 tournament since they were both involved in tonight's world title match and could now partake in the battle royal and do so. So that makes 4 people locked in the G1 at the moment. There's 4 special guest invite slots available that will be announced for legends only. A lot of rumors who those 4 legends are, but they will be announced in the upcoming weeks on AEW Dynamite. Both of these men have changed dramatically since coming to AEW 2K, but they have both been very successful since doing so. Finn Balor had a nice little dive to the outside of the ring, but Rey Mysterio trying to show that the cartel has an advantage when you get out that ring and onto the streets. Finn Balor tossing Rey Mysterio back into the ring, and what's Finn Balor doing? Wait a minute, Finn Balor. Finn Balor with the chair. I forgot that this is an Extreme Rules matchup. Chair shot with a DDT onto the chair. Finn Balor doing whatever is necessary. Sunset flip to ensure that this is an all Bullet Club pay-per-view. Pele kick. we know that the winner of this matchup will be taking on that other faction that we mentioned earlier. That's Tetsu Naito, won the 20-man battle royal. And not only did he almost spawn the G1, but he earned a shot at the winner of tonight's matchup here tonight. Finn Balor almost putting Rey Mysterio away, but Rey Mysterio kicking out at the last minute. But Balor's going up to the top. If he hits this, it's over. Coup de grace from Balor. Is that enough? And Rey Mysterio still kicks out, even after being hit in the stomach with a chair. It DDT'd on a chair. It hit with the coup de grace. Finn Balor going back up to the top. But this time he goes for a body splash. I thought he was about to go for another coup de grace, but no. He hits a body splash. And Rey Mysterio kicks out. The leader of the cartel refuses to die. Refuses to surrender. As the Bullet Club capo, Finn Balor is trying to maintain his... Oh my goodness! Sunset flip to the outside. Powerbombing Finn Balor onto the concrete. That was nasty. And that is how you switch the momentum of a matchup right there. But Finn Balor right back in control. But dang, that was brutal. Finn might be a little dizzy, even though he's in control right now. You might want to pay attention to Finn Balor's. Oh my goodness, he threw Rey Mysterio straight through that steel chair. And Finn Balor. And Rey Mysterio. Oh my goodness. Rey Mysterio doing the smart thing and rolling outside the ring. This matchup, these two leaders are two of the most building gangs in all of AEW. There's a lot of bragging rights on the line. Rey Mysterio already defeated one leader. By defeating another leader, he's making a huge statement. And he is doing so right now with the sledgehammer attacks to Finn Balor. Finn Balor might have had the advantage earlier on with the steel chair. But this sledgehammer is way more damaging than a steel chair. And Rey Mysterio went to work on those knees. Finn Balor is moving slow now, and he hit him again. Rey Mysterio. It looks like Rey Mysterio with the chair shot. And now, one to the legs and stomach. Rey Mysterio is like a man possessed. He is just going berserk with those chair shots. And Mysterio, he wants that title. He's felt the cartel's been overlooked for too long. The matchmakers had him an underdog going into this matchup. And he feels disrespected after defeating Walter, Kota Ibushi in a triple threat match. And Will Ospreay and Shinsuke Nakamura in singles matches. For him to be considered an underdog, he feels slighted. And Finn Balor with the table. This is the greatest simulated matchup. Because he's breaking out everything. I ain't even going to front. This is fire. Finn Balor had them broke out the table, but Rey Mysterio put a stop to that. Now Finn Balor positioning Rey Mysterio in the corner. But we already know this. It's a signature drop kick into the corner. And Finn Balor, no, he goes for the pin instead. And Finn Balor with the shotgun kick ends up defeating Rey Mysterio and the Bullet Club for the second pay-per-view in a row with a clean sweep. The Bullet Club has just made a huge statement and a huge case for the best faction in all of 2K professional wrestling. What a matchup. Rey Mysterio put up quite a fight. Those sledgehammer hits, I thought that was going to be it, but right here, boom. The Bullet Club shotgun kick put Rey Mysterio away. And Finn Balor, he didn't even take off his jacket. The leader of the Bullet Club, and Tetsu Naito.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the All-Star Wrestling World Championship.
Tonight, can Cody Rhodes finally call himself world champion? And can he get revenge for both his brother and his father, who were both brutally assaulted from the world champion Jon Moxley? Cody Rhodes would finally get the ban lifted to challenge for the AEW title after defeating MJF in the very first AEW Dark 2K main event in a steel cage match. And since then, him and Jon Moxley have been at each other's throats, attacking each other's friends and loved ones. Tonight, the score finally gets settled. Will Jon Moxley add Cody Rhodes to his mantle? Or will Cody Rhodes finally show the entire world that he is a main event superstar and is not just a mid-card performer? Jon Moxley coming through the crowd. And the AEW World Champion decline the United We Stand. I'm sorry, decline the Starting Point pay-per-view. He said if the AEW World title was not the main event, then he would not be a part of the show. And tonight, the AEW World title gets the respect it deserves in the main event slot. Can Moxley, who's defeated everybody who's been in his way, defeat Cody Rhodes, who's waited so long for this opportunity?
Introducing the challenger from Marietta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Cody Rhodes. And introducing the champion from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, he is the Jon Moxley.
Jon Moxley has been attacking anyone with the name Rhodes, taking out both Dustin and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Tonight, Cody Rhodes. This is about more than a belt. It's about defending his family's honor and legacy. This one's personal. And this match is no holds barred. And right away, Cody Rhodes with the eye break, showing he could fight dirty too. When Jon Moxley proposed a no-holds-barred match, Cody did not hesitate. Some say that this match would play to Jon Moxley's factor, but everything he's done to Cody Rhodes' family in the upcoming weeks, who's to say that that has not fueled Cody Rhodes here tonight? Jon Moxley, the world champion, off to a strong start. Knife edge chop from Cody Rhodes. For so long, Cody Rhodes could not compete for this title. This is only his first opportunity. And he wants to cash in on that very first opportunity here tonight. You gotta believe it. Not gonna be an easy thing to do with Jon Moxley. Cody Rhodes, he's taking a play out of Jon Moxley's playbook with these dirty tactics. Jon Moxley doing more of the wrestling in this matchup, surprisingly. And a nice schoolboy by Cody Rhodes. Almost got the pin right there. We almost had a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Alabama slam from Cody Rhodes. And a super kick, taking a play out of his old compadres, the Young Bucks playbook with the super kick. Moonsault does not pay off. Jon Moxley, well aware, has Cody scouted, put the knees up, and a nice duck of the clothesline hits Cody Rhodes at the clothesline of his own, Jon Moxley. Cody Rhodes, and you know what? It makes sense why Cody Rhodes is the one with the eye rakes and the chokes and the headlocks with the punches. Because this fight, this isn't a wrestling match to Cody Rhodes no more. This is a fight. Jon Moxley made this personal. But maybe that was Jon Moxley's plan all along. To make Cody so mad, he can't think straight. That's a very smart strategy. If that is indeed the case. Only time will find out. That plan works to his advantage or backfires. And for the second time tonight, Cody Rhodes goes up to the top rope and it backfires on him. Cody Rhodes, while he could do it all, not really known as a high flyer. Jon Moxley work. And there it is, paradigm shift. Is that enough? That's enough. Jon Moxley defends his AEW title against Cody Rhodes in the main event. Paradigm shift out of nowhere. Cody Rhodes has got to be devastated. And Jon Moxley adds the whole entire Rhodes family to his mantle, as he's already taken out Dustin and Dusty Rhodes. And now, he's made Cody's American dreams of being the AEW World Champion turn into an American nightmare.
And still, Jon Moxley.
Jon Moxley refused the Starting Point pay-per-view. He wanted to be the man to end the pay-per-view. He wanted to be the man to headline the pay-per-view. And he wanted to be the man to defeat Cody Rhodes. And he did all three things here tonight.